Hey guys, happy Eclectic Soul Sunday. Yes, this Eclectic Soul Sunday is being dropped today in video format. How's everyone feeling? Listen, I have some things I would like to share with you, and it may resonate and it may not. Maybe you know someone who can use this message today. Um, and if you stick with me this week, I'm going to break down this message in different parts and places. It's time that we address trauma in our community, in ourselves, in our families. Um, because the truth is, toxicity exists in all of us. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit or a lot. We all deserve love and healing and to show up authentically in the best way we can, no matter where we are. You're still worthy, right? That's the most important part of this message. No matter where you fall in this message, you are still worthy, and you still have time. If you're breathing and you can hear me and you're listening to this, then obviously you're breathing, right? Okay, so that means then you have time to make adjustments in your life, to make the necessary changes if you're ready. If you're not, love you anyway. I just need you to understand that it's all possible, but it begins within. Okay? And we're just going to go over some basics. So we know that whether it's childhood, no matter what kind of trauma, situational, whatever, trauma has affected everyone, every household in some type of way. So I want to give the basis of some things, common things that people don't really think about. And then I'll be breaking them down throughout the rest of this week, okay? You with me? Okay. So for housekeeping, I want you to understand that when I say community, because I like to protect the innocent and the not so innocent. When I say community, it's referencing people. That means, people that you know, your colleagues, your friends, your family, your associates, whoever you interact with, have interacted with, whatever. People you've been in a relationship with in one way or the other. I'm referencing people, corporations, places you maybe have worked with or have collaborated with, churches, organizations, schools, medical, whatever the gamut, wherever you are in this life, whatever you've been involved in. When I say community, I'm using it as a general term because we know there are a lot of people in a lot of spaces who are in positions of power and some that are not in positions of power that have either wreaked havoc on those, who they feel are beneath them or not. It doesn't matter. Whatever role you have, and we've all played a role in trauma, whether to ourselves or to others. We've all, played a role of some sort in hurting others. Because what does the saying goes? Hurt people, right? Okay. So I just wanted to start with that part, just a little bit of housekeeping. So the first part of my message, that will be, like I said, a lot of these things, it's a lot. So it'll be broken down over the next week, maybe another week, maybe added. We'll see how it goes. Dependable people. There are actually two types. Um, type A. I'm not talking about type A personality. I'm just for note-taking purposes. Those are the ones that you tend to favor. Those are the ones that are not always available. You place them on your high list of values. Like, oh my God, this person is just so valuable. Yeah, I'm chilling out. I like to come in my car or go out driving and write sometimes and think. So please excuse that. But anyway, you place them in high value, even if they're not that kind. Or, they're not always available to you, but you consider them dependable. And these are usually the mean people, the people who are usually narcissists, and they attract manipulators. Those are usually their kindred spirits. I said usually, I'm not talking about everybody. Then there's the others, the B, the ones you don't really care for, but the ones you tend to call on in private, but like to blast them or talk about them a lot behind their back. And there are two types of, I call them, just for B people, the B sides, right? There are those that are people pleasers, and they look for ways to, always looking for ways to be accepted by others because they don't really accept themselves. They usually struggle with self-esteem. And no matter how much BS is being thrown at them, it's like they're there. They take the abuse. And they actually need to be needed. They just want to know that they matter. And then there are people who, then there's the other part of the B people who are not like that, but they love to help, love and learning new things. They always see the manipulators and the BS for what they are, but they tend to ignore it until they get tired. They always show up and show out for people with their full selves. They have self-esteem. And what did I say? They see the BS and they tend to ignore it until they can't anymore. And usually when they start speaking up and showing out, then folks then label them the crazy ones. No, not so, but yeah, manipulators tend to, I call that, that's part of the gaslighting crew. We got a whole crew of people that don't even understand what that means, but we'll talk about that this week. And they're the ones that will speak up when they get tired. They try to, like I said, ignore things, be mature about things. And they're like, look, enough is enough. Okay? And they're the ones that will leave you in your shit right where it is and don't give a damn and walk away and leave you right where you are. A is usually taught, dependable people, who are not so kind are usually taught how they behave through tough lessons in life. They were usually the ones who were raised on survival. The B-side people are usually the people who were, raised to love, to be kind to others, to sometimes put others first. They often hurt because of it, because people tend to try to take advantage of them, and people see them as weak and sensitive. Okay. So that's just a touch of that. And then we have accountability. That's a great word people like to throw around, but usually they forget when they always talk about, oh, people don't take accountability. Oh, people are not being accountable. Oh, maybe it's a two-way street. Accountability is usually both parties bear the responsibility in this one. And it's usually listening versus selective hearing. There's a lot of gaslighting in this dynamic. People, it usually boils down to simple science, people. It's cause and effect, okay? And so when we talk about accountability, it's on both parties. And it's not always highlighted that way, but when speaking with me, we're going to speak truth. No, it's not about being perfect Patties or perfect Patricks. If you think that's who you are, please don't listen to this message. Tune out right now. Because some toes, yes, including mine, because we've all been a part of this. Trust me. I know. And sometimes, for some it's intentional. Others it's really not intentional. They don't have any clue. Because while we're all on this healing journey at different levels, some people are just waking up to things they never really noticed about themselves or others and how they deal with it, and people have no clue. And then there's some people who've been rocking and on this journey to self-healing, self-realization, just self-awareness and awareness of others, and how we treat others has an impact, good or bad. It has an impact. So the third thing that I'm going to address this week is safe space. The idea that people are constantly saying, oh, this is a safe space. This is a safe space. Oh, you could say whatever you want here. We're here for you. Oh, my goodness. Lay it down. Especially, okay, my church people, you know what I'm saying? Lay your burdens down. Go ahead, testify. Is it really a safe space? No, for real. I'm asking. I'm not being rhetorical. But think about it. Is it? Because how many times have you had people insist that you release and vent and say everything that was on your mind, right? On their mind. Just say it. only for it to show up, things you've said or things you've expressed, what you thought was a safe space, to show up in subliminal post, using somebody's worship or in their speech of some type. Yeah, we're gonna call it community. And you're like, huh? Like, I thought this was a safe space. And the thing with a safe space is you're not telling anybody unless you're offering that person resources and you're sharing with the person. You're trying to connect them to someone that can help them if you can't. Because trust and believe, safe space is supposed to be a sacred space where people are able to share what they're going through, open up and be vulnerable and not be judged for it. And I need people to stop what you're doing right now if you're listening to this part and think, if you know deep down in your heart you are not a safe space, stop saying that you are. You're not being transparent, you're not being honest with yourself, and you're not being honest with people who are trusting you, who are believing that their vulnerabilities are safe with you. Stop telling people that they're crazy or, they're imagining things. And that's part of the gaslighting crew. I told you we're going to get into that. Stop it. Share with people that, hey, I may not be the right person, but hey, let me give you a referral. Stop telling people that, oh, well, then maybe it's you. Maybe it's not. And when you're telling people things like that, maybe it's you, get over it, if you're part of the get over it crew, but then you're not telling the person how to get over, or you're not willing to walk through the fire with them to show them if you know how to get over it. At the end of the day, people don't know what they don't know or what they don't understand. So stop throwing blanket statements at people in these situations, because all you're doing is causing further pain to that person. When in honesty, if you're honest with yourself, you probably didn't have the answer. You were listening for your own reasons. So you can use it to manipulate them, use it against them, whatever. Make that crazy ass subliminal post on social media, kind of throwing digs at that person, hoping they saw it. Maybe they did and they chose to ignore it. Or maybe it hurt somebody so bad. Yeah, we're going to talk about this stuff. Probably it's going to take 2 weeks. Little short spurts and tips. Maybe it hurts somebody so bad that maybe they're no longer here. We don't know what type of people, what type of vulnerable people you're dealing with. And the truth is, guys, yes, we're at the end of this month with suicide awareness, but that shit is real. And never, ever, I know I don't want to be responsible, be that one person or be that one word, that one irresponsible word that pushes somebody over the edge. So I'm calling on all of us to tune in, to be more responsible with our words. And let me share a piece that I wrote, and you'll see it in the slide. Back in 2018, brokenness cares nothing about age, nationality, sexuality, religion, class, financial status, political affiliation. Continuing to go through life without addressing and healing old wounds will have a damaging effect on your life and the lives of those connected to you. You will continue to hurt the innocent, building a community of scarred casualties. Seek healing for your peace and the love of others. By me, Fine Poet, aka Maxine, of the Island Goddess Group, Island Goddess Entertainment, under IGE Lifestyle Enterprise. So hopefully you take a listen and you tune in this week, and maybe, like I said, maybe next week we're going to break down these pieces. There'll be posts. I might do a Q&A here and there, but I just want to let you know that no, we're not perfect, but if we're still breathing, each day we get up is an opportunity to be different, to be better for ourselves, for our families, and for our community. Okay? It's a good thing that we are here and these discussions are happening. We need these discussions. Somebody needs this message. Somebody needs you. So let's heal and let's work together. I hope to see you on the journey this week. Have a blessed day. Peace, love, and blessings.